On the remote cliffs of Ethiopia's Highlands, baboons have quietly become a persistent threat that few outside the region have ever heard of. These cunning primates descend from the rocky escarpments to ravage maize fields, uproot cassava, and strip fruit orchards bare, leaving families without food or income. For years, villagers have fought back with fences, scarecrows, guard dogs, and even nightly patrols, but every effort has failed against the persistence and intelligence of these invaders. What was once an occasional nuisance has now escalated into a serious crisis, threatening the very survival and stability of rural communities. So how can this problem be solved? Could hunting be the most effective answer? Continue reading to discover the possibilities. Hunting baboons requires patience, strategy, and a deep understanding of both the terrain and the animals themselves. One of the oldest techniques, still used in some rural communities, is trapping. This method can prove surprisingly effective when traps are set along the trails baboons regularly use to move between feeding areas and the steep cliffs where they sleep. Wire snares and baited cage traps are the most popular options, as they can be built or placed with relatively simple tools. Hunters often use maize, fruits, or other attractive foods to lure the baboons into the trap. In this way, the animals can either be confined in a small space or triggered into a well-hidden snare. The true key to success lies in placement. Traps must be carefully hidden near water sources, crop fields, or natural choke points where baboons frequently pass. In these highlands, where baboons often raid maize fields at dusk, predicting troop movement is what makes the difference between a successful catch and an empty trap. Although useful, hunting baboons with traps comes with important considerations. Baboons are highly intelligent, quick learners, and rarely fall for the same trick twice. A poorly placed or reused trap is often ignored, and in some cases, the baboons even destroy them out of suspicion or curiosity. Hunters must frequently rotate trap sites, camouflage them effectively, and handle them with gloves or ash to mask the human scent, which can instantly warn the troop. Checking traps daily is essential, not only to catch baboons before they escape but also to prevent the capture of non-target species like small antelope or hyrax. This makes trapping a demanding method that requires dedication, knowledge of animal behavior, and consistent effort. While traps have the advantage of silence, which avoids alarming the entire troop, they demand far more patience than rifles. For a farmer in the Highlands, where a good harvest can mean survival, the choice to use traps is often about long-term protection rather than immediate results. When it comes to firearms, hunting baboons in this highland environment presents an entirely different challenge. Baboons are agile, cautious, and often travel in large troops, with dozens of sharp eyes watching for danger. Once alarmed, they vanish into the cliffs within seconds, leaving no chance for a second shot. This is why the choice of rifle becomes critical. For medium to long-range encounters, hunters often prefer the .223 Remington or .243 Winchester, both of which combine accuracy with manageable recoil, making them ideal for fast yet precise shots. In more rugged terrain, where shots may need to span valleys or high ridges, the .308 Winchester is considered a reliable option, offering excellent accuracy and enough power to ensure a clean kill. With the diverse landscapes of horror steep ridges, valleys, and wide farmlands, having a rifle suited to both distance and accuracy is not just an advantage, but a necessity.
Silicon phosphate, no, gold phosphate. That is.
The method of rifle hunting here revolves around stealth, patience, and preparation. Hunters often position themselves on elevated ground overlooking fields or natural trails that baboons use when raiding crops. Using binoculars or high-quality scopes, they scout the troop and wait for a clear shot, often targeting dominant males or individuals notorious for repeated raids. Timing is everything. Once the first shot is fired, the entire troop scatters, leaving no room for hesitation. A bipod or tripod is extremely useful on the rocky highland terrain, stabilizing the rifle and improving accuracy. Unlike some game species, baboons are not active at night since they sleep high on cliffs for safety. This means most rifle hunts take place at dawn or late afternoon when the animals are foraging or returning from raids. Hunters must therefore be ready for short, fleeting opportunities, where every second and every shot counts. Ethics and safety also play an important role in rifle hunting. Baboons are highly social primates, and killing the alpha male can destabilize the troop, sometimes resulting in bolder raids on farms as younger males fight for dominance. For this reason, skilled hunters often target specific problem individuals instead of shooting randomly. Aiming for vital zones such as the heart-lung area ensures a clean and humane kill, reducing unnecessary suffering and preventing wounded animals from escaping. The sound of gunfire itself carries consequences. The echo of a rifle shot reverberates across the highlands, startling not only baboons but also other wildlife nearby. This usually means hunters have only 1 or 2 solid opportunities before the troop retreats for good. Success with firearms, therefore, is not about frequent shooting, it is about making one disciplined, precise shot.
Hey! Hey!
Preparation for a rifle hunt in the Highlands should never be underestimated. The harsh terrain requires long hikes across ridges and rocky slopes, making lightweight rifles, sufficient ammunition, and essential supplies like water critical. A well-balanced rifle helps reduce fatigue during extended hunts, while scopes with good light transmission are invaluable in the low-light hours of dawn and dusk, when baboons are most active. Some hunters even combine modern technology, such as motion sensor cameras or drones, to track troop movements in advance. Still, even with these tools, nothing can replace skill, stealth, and patience. Unlike traps, which wait passively, rifle hunting places full responsibility on the hunter's ability to read the land, anticipate troop behavior, and deliver a flawless shot.
Part of it.
Comparing traps and rifles reveals 2 very different approaches to solving the same problem. Traps are silent, passive, and capable of catching baboons over time without alerting the troop, but they require constant attention and often capture unintended animals.
That's how you do it.
Rifles, on the other hand, are direct, immediate, and controlled, yet they demand skill, ethical decision-making, and careful preparation. Should you hunt with traps or rifles in Ethiopia's Highlands? The answer depends on your situation. Farmers may prefer the steady protection that traps provide, while seasoned hunters may rely on rifles for decisive action against problem animals. What about you? Would you place your trust in the patience and cunning of well-set traps, or in the power and precision of a single rifle shot echoing across the Highlands? Share your thoughts below, tell us which method you would choose, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more thrilling hunts and survival stories. Across the remote villages of Alaska, wild bears have become one of the most dangerous and persistent threats to daily life. These powerful creatures are drawn to food sources near settlements, breaking into storage sheds, raiding fishing camps, and even attacking livestock that families depend on for survival. Over the years, locals have tried many strategies, digging deep trenches, building reinforced food storage, and using noise deterrents, but none have proven effective against the raw strength and cunning of these predators. As bear populations continue to grow and their territories overlap more with human activity, the danger escalates, leading to greater financial losses and a constant atmosphere of fear. This worsening crisis demands an urgent solution beyond failed defensive measures. So what is the answer to this escalating problem? Could hunting be the most practical and decisive solution? Keep watching as we explore this issue in depth. Hunting wild bears in Alaska with a bow is one of the most thrilling and dangerous challenges a hunter can experience. Unlike hunting with a rifle, which allows you to keep a safe distance, bow hunting forces you to close the gap and step directly into the bear's world. In the vast and rugged wilderness of Alaska, this means moving through dense forests, winding river valleys, and treacherous mountain slopes while remaining completely undetected. Bears in Alaska are not only powerful but also intelligent and cautious, making the task even more demanding. To succeed, a hunter must depend on stealth, patience, and a profound respect for the animal, knowing that every movement and every decision could determine the outcome of the hunt. Selecting the right bow and arrows is one of the most critical decisions a hunter will make. A strong, well-built compound bow with heavy draw weight ensures your arrow has the necessary force to pierce the bear's thick hide, dense muscles, and protective fat layers. Pairing the bow with broadheads designed for maximum cutting and deep penetration is essential for a clean and precise kill. Many hunters spend months fine-tuning their equipment and practicing relentlessly before stepping into the Alaskan wilderness. Every arrow shot in practice is preparation for that one decisive moment that may define the entire hunt. In a place where mistakes can cost you not only the opportunity but also your safety, the reliability and accuracy of your equipment are absolutely vital. Stealth is the core of bow hunting bears, and in Alaska, it is both an art and a test of endurance. Bears have an extraordinary sense of smell, capable of detecting human presence from remarkable distances. For this reason, understanding and using the wind to your advantage is non-negotiable. Approaching from downwind, masking your scent, and moving with deliberate silence are all crucial parts of the process. Hunters often use natural features, trees, boulders, and thick brush to shield their movements, sometimes advancing only a few feet at a time. The closer you get, the higher the risk becomes, but so does the reward, as every step brings you deeper into the raw intensity of the hunt. Patience is just as important as skill when bow hunting. The opportunity for a perfect shot may take hours or even days to present itself, and rushing could lead to failure or danger. Bears move unpredictably, often stopping to feed, observe their surroundings, or vanish into heavy cover. A bow hunter must wait for the ideal angle, usually when the bear stands broadside or slightly quartering away, exposing the vital organs behind the shoulder. Shooting at the wrong moment may only wound the animal, causing it to escape or, worse, become aggressive. The discipline to wait, to hold your breath, and to draw your bow only when the moment is right is what separates successful hunters from the rest.
Good shot. Good shot. Good shot.
Even with all the preparation, nothing compares to the extreme intensity of the final moment. Standing just a few dozen yards away from a massive Alaskan bear, bow in hand, is a test of nerves and focus that few people ever experience. Your heart pounds, your hands may tremble, yet you must remain steady for one precise shot. The silence of the arrow leaving the string, the strike, and the bear's reaction create an unforgettable surge of adrenaline. Success in bow hunting is measured not only by the trophy but by the skill, patience, and respect required to achieve it. Each hunt becomes a story of endurance, courage, and survival, written in some of the wildest landscapes on Earth. Would you dare step into Alaska's untamed wilderness to face such a close-quarters challenge? Share your thoughts with us in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more thrilling hunts, survival stories, and adventures from the heart of the wild.
Get on him with the camera, Dad.
Oh my god.
In the vast farmlands of Texas, wild boars have become one of the most destructive forces threatening both agriculture and rural communities. These invasive animals tear through corn and wheat fields, uproot soil with their powerful snouts, and cause millions of dollars in annual losses for farmers who rely on their harvests to survive. Over the years, different solutions have been attempted: fencing, trapping, and even poison control, but none have been able to keep their exploding population in check. The problem grows worse as herds expand, damaging crops, contaminating water sources, and even endangering livestock. Their intelligence and adaptability make them even harder to manage, turning this into a crisis that can no longer be ignored. So, how do we confront this unstoppable menace? Many now believe that hunting may be the most effective way forward. Let's dive deeper into this problem and explore how hunting could be the key to restoring balance. Hunting wild boars nighttime in Texas is no easy task, especially considering their destructive habits and rapidly growing populations. These invasive animals tear up farmland, damage pastures, and cause millions of dollars in losses each year, making them one of the state's most pressing wildlife problems. One of the most effective strategies hunters use is nighttime hunting with a gun, since hogs are most active after dark. Choosing the right firearm is the foundation of success. A semi-automatic rifle like the AR-10 chambered in .308 Winchester or .300 Blackout provides the stopping power necessary to bring down even the biggest boars. The semi-auto action also allows for fast follow-up shots when facing an entire sounder. To make the most of night conditions, pairing the rifle with a thermal or night vision scope is critical, giving hunters a sharp edge in spotting targets hidden in the darkness. placement of the gun and shooter plays just as important a role as the firearm itself. The best results often come from setting up near feeding zones, wallows, or well-worn trails that hogs use regularly. From a concealed position, resting the rifle on a stable tripod or shooting sticks ensures accuracy, especially when aiming at a moving target. Because wild boars rarely stay still, having the gun firmly supported helps the hunter deliver a precise shot to vital areas, such as behind the ear or through the shoulder. Wing direction must also be carefully considered, since hogs rely heavily on their powerful sense of smell and can easily detect human presence if a hunter's scent drifts toward them. Night hunting also demands patience and stealth, which can be just as important as equipment. While darkness gives hunters an advantage, it also forces them to move slowly, quietly, and with deliberate care. Red or green lights should be used sparingly, as too much illumination can spook a sounder before a shot is taken. Thermal imaging works wonders in these situations, highlighting hogs even in dense brush or tall grass, making it easier to identify and target them without blowing cover. The thrill of waiting in silence, scanning the shadows for movement, and finally spotting a glowing heat signature is an experience many hunters find both nerve-wracking and exhilarating. Preparation and safety cannot be overlooked during night hunts. Hunters must always identify their target before shooting, since Texas ranchlands are often shared with cattle and other livestock. Carrying extra ammunition is also wise, because hogs travel in groups and one encounter can quickly turn into a fast-paced shooting opportunity. Most importantly, hunters must secure landowner permission and maintain the proper licenses to keep the hunt both legal and ethical. These steps not only protect the hunter but also ensure that hog hunting continues to be a responsible solution to a very real problem.
You didn't hit him.
While hunting from the ground at night is effective, another method has gained significant attention across Texas: helicopter hunting. This strategy is particularly effective in wide-open farmlands and sprawling ranches where wild hog infestations spread across thousands of acres. the air, hunters have the unique advantage of seeing hogs that would otherwise remain hidden beneath brush or in the shadows. A short-barreled AR-style rifle in .223 or .308 is most often used here, since it is lightweight, maneuverable, and capable of delivering rapid, accurate shots in a fast-moving environment. The real strength of helicopter hunting lies in its speed and efficiency. When hogs are threatened, they scatter quickly in every direction, making them hard to pursue on foot. From above, however, they have nowhere to hide. Pilots work closely with shooters, maneuvering the helicopter for the best possible firing angles while keeping the aircraft steady at safe altitudes. Clear communication between pilot and hunter is vital, as timing and precision mean the difference between missed shots and successful control. The rush of adrenaline when chasing a sounder across open fields at high speed is unlike anything else in the world of hunting. Still, helicopter hunting comes with unique challenges. Shooting from a constantly moving platform requires practice and excellent marksmanship, as accuracy can be difficult while leaning into the wind and vibration of the rotors. Hunters must always wear harnesses for safety, along with ear protection to guard against the deafening roar of both the helicopter and gunfire. Strict rules and training are necessary before a hunter ever takes flight, ensuring that safety is never sacrificed in the heat of the action.
Go. Now you're really wounded.
Despite these challenges, helicopter hunting is unmatched when the goal is large-scale eradication. Landowners facing hundreds of hogs on their property often rely on aerial hunts because they can eliminate dozens of animals in a single outing, something almost impossible with ground-based night hunts alone. While expensive, this method has proven to be one of the most powerful tools in the ongoing battle against Texas's hog problem, protecting crops, livestock, and even infrastructure from relentless damage. wild boars with a gun at night versus from a helicopter, both methods bring their own strengths to the table. Night hunts are quieter, more personal, and less costly, testing a hunter's patience, stealth, and marksmanship. In contrast, helicopter hunts are high intensity, fast-paced, and geared toward maximum efficiency, ideal for landowners needing to control large populations quickly. The choice depends on the hunter's goals. Do you prefer the thrill of creeping silently through the Texas night, or the adrenaline-pumping chaos of an aerial pursuit? Which would you choose if you had the chance? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more epic hunting adventures across Texas.